First things first, it's not really true that nobody lives in Montana. Plenty of folks do. In fact, many people are drawn to Montana's jaw-dropping landscapes, endless outdoor activities, and super relaxed pace of life. Seriously, if New York City moves like a racing Tesla, Montana glides along like a tractor in neutral across a wheat field. For those not familiar, Montana is a large state in the western U.S., famous for its breathtaking mountains, rolling prairies, and wild, untamed spaces. Still, despite all that beauty, Montana remains one of the least populated states in America. With just over 1 million people, it ranks 43rd in total population, and its population density sits way down at 48th, only about 7 people per square mile. So, what's the deal? Why don't more people call Montana home? Today on Virtual Travel, we're breaking down 10 reasons why Montana's population is so low. Ready? Let's go. 10. Remote location. Montana's not just a little out of the way. It's very out of the way. The state is miles and miles from any major metropolitan area. While some states have a big city or two nearby to fuel growth, Montana stands alone, surrounded mostly by nature. This makes it tough for large companies to set up shop, which in turn means fewer jobs and less economic development. And honestly, a lot of Montanans like it that way. It helps keep their home wild and peaceful, just the way they like it. But for people looking for big city convenience, Montana can feel a little too far off the grid. 9. Extreme weather. When it comes to the weather, Montana doesn't mess around. Winters can be brutally cold and snowy, while summers swing to hot and dry. These dramatic shifts can be a deal-breaker for folks who prefer mild, predictable climates. Back when settlers moved west, many skipped over places with weather like this in favor of more comfortable destinations. That early trend set the tone for Montana's slow population growth, and the climate is still a big factor today. 8. Limited job market. Montana's economy is small and specialized. If you're not into ranching, logging, or working in tourism, your options might be pretty limited. There are jobs, of course, but fewer than you'd find in bigger states, especially if you're after tech, finance, or other white-collar careers. Some cities like Bozeman and Missoula are seeing more startups and remote workers, but overall, job opportunities are still relatively scarce. 7. Sparse health care. Montana's vast, open spaces mean that hospitals and clinics are few and far between, especially in rural areas. If you need specialized medical care, you may be facing a long drive. This can be tough for seniors, families with young kids, or anyone with ongoing health needs. Montana's healthcare workers are dedicated, but the sheer distance to facilities can make life challenging for some residents. 6. Homogeneous culture. If you're looking for lots of cultural diversity, Montana might not be your first pick. The state is predominantly white, with limited representation from other ethnic groups. This can affect everything from restaurants to festivals to social life. For some people, diversity is a must-have in a place to live, and Montana's relatively homogeneous population can be a drawback. 5. Rural living. Montana is all about small towns, open country, and tight-knit communities. While this makes it a haven for those craving space and solitude, it can also mean fewer amenities and services. The largest city, Billings, has just over 100,000 people. Most other towns are much smaller. If you're used to urban life, Montana's rural vibe can be a big adjustment. 4. Few entertainment options. Big cities come with big perks: concerts, museums, theaters, nightlife. Montana's cities are small, and its towns are even smaller, so entertainment options are limited. You'll find plenty of outdoor fun, hiking, fishing, skiing, but if you're after live shows or diverse nightlife, you may not find what you're looking for. Some residents see this as a plus, but for many, the lack of cultural venues is a downside. 3. Higher cost of living. It might surprise you, but Montana isn't as cheap as you'd think. Housing prices have risen, especially in popular areas, and groceries and gas can be pricier than in nearby states. While it's still less expensive than, say, California or New York, the cost of living is about 6% above the national average. Especially compared to other states in the region, Montana can feel a bit pricey. 2. Limited higher education. Montana has a handful of universities and colleges, but nothing like the massive networks found in other states. This means fewer choices for students, and often, those who leave for college elsewhere don't return. Higher education is a big driver of long-term population growth, and Montana's smaller system means fewer young people settle here after graduation. 1. Stereotypes and perceptions. Montana is often seen as remote, empty, and isolated. While many people find this appealing, others see it as a reason to stay away. If you're coming from a bustling city or a lively suburb, the idea of so much open space and so few people can be intimidating. Montana's reputation for being, in the middle of nowhere, keeps some people from ever considering it as a place to live. So, there you have it, 10 reasons why Montana stays one of America's most sparsely populated states. From its rugged landscape to its rural lifestyle, there's a lot to love, but also a lot that's not for everyone. And that's okay. Every place has its own charm and its own challenges. Thanks for joining us on Virtual Travel. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, happy exploring.